way better dressed than we are.
Well, you know, you have to show up. It's like go hard or go home, right? Good to see you, Damson. I've talked to this man a couple of times. This is my first time meeting you. So the show that you're on, Snowfall, is nominated tonight for a brand new television series. You get to work with the legendary director, John Singleton. What's one of the greatest lessons you've learned from working with John?
Connecting with the audience in a visceral way, energy. Like being able to not just make something artistic and transcendent, but something that like touches your soul, hits your gut. He touches people's souls. He know how to make people yell in a theater, and that's like interesting to have for a TV show.
Wow. So how did you first become attached to this project? I mean,
it's been a long road, bro. First, I was Leon. He was not here. Then he was here. He was the lead. I was Leon. Now I'm Kevin. So we've been here from the beginning since Showtime bought it. So it's been a long journey, 3-4 years to just get it to first season. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So talk to me a little bit about working with director John Singleton, the youngest person ever nominated for Best Picture. I mean, it's like, this is award season. The Oscars are next week.
Yeah.
Talk to me about one of the greatest lessons you've learned thus far working with Mr. Singleton.
The importance of authenticity, I think, is the most important thing I've learned from him. That you can't fake it. He always talks to me about Scorsese and how he was unapologetic about how he made Italians look on screen. And he says he tries to carry on that mantra when he shows Africans on screen.
Wow.
And I'm trying to do that in my work going forward as well. So yeah, he's a huge idol of mine.
Wow. Is there a day when you've gone to work and you've just had a heavy scene and it's just hard to decompress and just break away from that?
Every other week, especially for him. Like me, my character's more mercurial and fun and kind of all over the place. So it's rare that I have a day where I have a scene where it's like, okay, today you're gonna get deep into your emotional dexterity. Him every other day, he crying.
I live in a dark place.
Oh my goodness, but you're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, God bless you. Thanks so much.
So what is your message to young men who want to do this, who make up 1,001 excuses as to why they can't do it?
Don't if you got excuses. If you got excuses, don't do this.
Yeah, I feel, you need to eat and breathe this. And you just need to believe in yourself and watch Black Panther.
Ooh, wait a minute, can we get a Black Panther? Wait a minute, we got to do it for the camera. Yeah, we got to do it for the camera. Yes, Black Panther. Do you guys have a favorite scene in Black Panther?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. You do yours, I'm going to do mine.
Okay.
Mine's weird. Mine's when they're falling and Mike and Chad are fighting and you can't hear anything. It's just silent. And I was looking at the screen, I was like, yeah, that's my favorite bit.
What about you?
My favorite scene is when the kids are playing basketball in the beginning and you can just hear Too Short banging in the background. Any person that puts Too Short in a Marvel movie is a legend. Is a legend.
I love it. Thank you so much. You gentlemen are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for your time. This is Tanisha Vernon Grant live on the red carpet at American Black Film Festival's 3rd annual ABFF Honors, and we have icons, legends, movers and shakers. This is the man right here, legendary director John Singleton, who was the youngest person ever nominated for Best Director, lighting the way for Jordan Peele, who's been nominated this year. Talk to me about this shift that you're feeling in the industry with young people coming into the game,
I mean, hey, we live in a time that's unprecedented where anything can be done. There was a time where black filmmakers could only really do certain types of pictures and they would keep us to a certain budget. Now we're doing big budget, blackety black movies, and it's lovely,
Blackety black
movies.
Blackety black movies.
Not halfway black, not a little bit of cream in the coffee, real black, epic movies, and that's
it doesn't get any more black than Snowfall, which you're behind. Season 2, we're in, and Snowfall's been nominated tonight for Best New Television Series. So this is just moving fast.
Hey, it's good. It's great. We're in our 2nd year, and we're being honored tonight by the ABFF for the first season, and I hope we win. But it's just good. It's one of those things where it really is just good to be at the party. You know what I mean?
So with the technological advances that are here since, you've been in the game a long time, what is the one technological advance that helps you in your filmmaking?
Me? It's not really about the technology as much as it is how easy it is to shoot something and turn it over. We can make a movie when we make a TV show now, we're making a movie every week. When we do Snowfall, it's like doing a movie every week.
It is.
So that's what makes me excited about it.
All right. So ABFF honors. I mean, you've been coming to these things a long time. So this is like the black Oscars. So do we need the Oscars if we're doing like ABFF honors? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
Of course we do. I mean, the Oscars are one of the oldest awards presentations in the history of film. So it is the oldest. So of course we do the Oscars.
All right. So I know you saw Black Panther. You have a favorite scene?
My favorite scene. My favorite scene. Come on, the whole movie. But one of my favorites.
You have a couple favorite scenes.
You just got me off guard. One of my favorite scenes. One of my favorite scenes is really an emotional scene between T'Challa and his father in that netherworld scene where he's like telling him, about leaving the boy, because there's a lot of different connotations to that, in terms of like, leaving, what Eric Killmonger, the kind of person he became, in terms of like us being separated from Africa and Africans across the diaspora and the dysfunctionality of black people, you know what I mean? So that whole thing and how he was pained because he really was like, he is my brother. And now he's going to have to fight his brother. You know what I mean?
Amazing, yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff in that movie that works at another level that people don't really understand.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your intel. So wait a second. You are on one of the hottest shows right now, Snowfall. Killing it. And it's nominated for Best New Television Series. Talk to me about like what you're feeling about that.
I mean, it's incredible. It's an honor to be nominated by your peers, by people who you love, and just to know that they're loving you too. There is no better feeling than that.
What was the audition process was like? I mean, was it like callback, producers, put her on the veil, callback, producers, maybe, or was it like right away?
Kind of a mix. So I had the audition in the morning, a callback later in the afternoon, a chemistry read the following day, but then I didn't hear for a week. So I was pulling my hair out for an entire week, like, oh my God, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? And finally it did.
So you get to work with legendary director John Singleton, one of the greatest to ever do it. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from working with Mr. Singleton?
To trust his vision. He's been doing this a long time. Just trust it. Yeah. Yeah.
So, to get folks to tune in to Snowfall, you want to do a quick drop right now about your show?
Tune in to Snowfall Season 2 coming this summer.
There you go. Thank you so much for your time, my love. Good luck tonight.